Hi and welcome back to another Wolf Makes knitting tutorial. So this is the third in the kind of knitting 101's basics, and the first one was casting on, second one was knit and purl stitches. So if you are starting at the beginning and if you want to look at those, the links are in the description below. But this is ribbing. So what I've got in front of you here are some of the projects that I've made, and what we are going to be doing today is this part. So the ribbing is a slightly more elastic material, and actually you can see it really well there. It's ribbed, it goes up and down, so you can see that it is often used on cuffs, collars and cuffs, the places where your feet or your hands or your body are going to go into and are going to want to stretch the fabric just a little bit, but then the fabric is going to want to compress back in and hold itself onto your body. So this is the bottom of the jumper, and there's the same rib pattern on the cuff. So this is a simple combination of knit and purl stitches. So let me clear these away and we'll get the yarn out. So I'm using some really chunky yarn today. This was left over from a big colourwork jumper that I did, so it knits up really quickly. And we're going to use, because the yarn is thick, we're going to use some really big needles today. So I'm going to show you three different types of, two different types of rib and one kind of rib-ish stitch. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cast on. So if you have no idea what I'm doing right now, you need to go back and watch the casting on video. So if you want to knit along, just grab yourself some yarn, a couple of needles, and cast yourself on an even number of stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 10. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stitches. So this is a standard rib. We're going to go 1 knit, 1 purl, 1 knit, 1 purl, 1 knit, and we're just going to carry this on all the way along. Okay, and we end with a purl. Okay, it's really difficult to see on this first row, but you can see you've got a bump, a dip, a bump, dip, a bump, a dip, a bump, a dip, a bump, and a dip. So now we're going to turn it over. And where we had the bump on this side, we've got the dip on this side. So what we're going to do is we're going to knit as we find. Okay, this is a term you're going to come across a lot. We're going to knit the knit stitches and purl the purl stitches. So we purled this stitch, so now we've turned it, we're going to knit it. And we're going to use exactly the same pattern, knit 1, purl 1. And again, we're finishing on a purl because we've got an even number of stitches. We're going to turn and we're going to start again. Okay, I'm going to make this go really fast. Okay, so we've done 3 or 4 rows here, and we can see what we've got our whip. It comes in columns, so we've got a knit column, a purl column, a knit and a purl, a knit and a purl, a knit, get my arm out, knit, purl and a knit and a purl, and it's double-sided, so it works both ways. Okay, so this is your standard. You can also do it in different multiples, so we could do knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2, now with this one we finished with a knit 2, so when we turn over we're not going to start with knit 2, we're going to start with purl 2 because we're knitting as we find, and these 2 stitches have got the purl bumps, so we need to start. So we're going to do this row purl 2, knit 2. And we're finishing this off, knit 2, purl 2, which means when we turn over we've got flat stitches here, so we're going to start this row knit 2, purl 2. And you can see here we've got a thick column of knits and then a thicker column of purls, knit, purl and knits, and we're starting to see here that we're starting to build up a texture, a kind of a pattern with our V's and our bumps. There. So that's our first really simple textured knit stitch. That simply is knit 1, purl 1, and that's moss stitch. So just to recap, got your standard rib, knit 1, purl 1, and then knit as you find on the back, so knit your knits, purl your purls, knit your V's, purl your bumps, and then slightly wider rib with knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I hope you'll join me in another Wolf Makes knitting tutorial.